it's the evening of September 14th. Currently riding in the Buckstrong Mobile Morgue. Spencer Hartsgrove's little car, Ford Fusion. There's just a couple lights on the dash. We walked down into a piece that we thought would be good, and we got a little ways down in there, and we decided that's where we were going to go tonight. So we backed out, went home, got something to eat, and so now we're just headed back up, running on very little sleep, but we're ready to shoot some deer. What do you think, Spence?
I'm ready. Hopefully it doesn't rain.
We got a little bit of rain on the radar, but it's only going to rain for a little bit. About 5 o'clock should clear up. But we're ready to go. We're ready to go put some deer on the ground. We're going to get in the spot early. If any other hunters try to get in there, hopefully they bump some deer to us. But we're going to get in there early and get settled in. Settle in for a nice long sit. So it's a nice overcast night. It's going to cool down and should be a good night.
Spencer shooting. Better not miss. You know what I was thinking about on the way in? Oh man, hopefully something doesn't mess up in my bow. I put my bow in the trunk and only brought my camera. So if a big one comes out and Spencer freezes, I can't shoot it. He's lefty, I'm righty. I'll try my best. I just lock up and get bug fever. I gotta pull the trigger for you.
Well, we're headed back home in the mobile morgue, and there's no dead deer on it. But, well, when we got there, we started working our way back to where we were when we scouted it earlier today. We had to go about 100 yards past where we stopped and turned around and headed up and left earlier today to go home and get something to eat. So we got to that point, and we only had about 100 yards left to go to get to this grown-up field that we were trying to get into. And there was a little pinch point in that field where there was a whole bunch of trails meeting up and going up to the upper half of the grown-up field. So as we were working our way in, we got kind of spun around and too far south of the grown-up field and into a thick bedding area,
like shoulder to shoulder thick.
And as we were going down in there, we were just, there was buck sign all over the place. I mean, big tracks, tons of rubs. So we knew there was at least one good buck in there. So as we turned around and we got headed back north, we were kind of picking our way through this bedding area, trying to be quiet and slow, and we got almost to the grown-up field, and about within 10 yards of us, even closer than that, probably closer to 5 yards, two big bucks, big body bucks, jumped up out of their bed, hopped off. They really didn't know what was going on. We had the wind in our favor. So we kind of just kept slowly working our way to this grown-up field after spooking them, because we wanted to hurry up and get set up in case they double back around, try to get downwind of whatever spooked them out of their bedding.
You know what I was thinking, honestly, though, is where they that one that I see hardly took off. We should have just sat right there because we were pretty much in his bed. We should have just sat right there to see what he would have done, because he didn't move very fast.
Yeah,
neither did we getting an arrow.
Yeah, one of the bucks that jumped up, I mean, it sounded like he only took about 2 hops out of his bed and stopped. And we waited there a little bit, and Spence got an arrow knock in case he kind of came to inspect what we were. But after we didn't hear anything for a few minutes, we just kind of kept pushing on. But yeah, like Spence said, we probably should have just sat there and see if they come back to the bed. And yeah, once we got set up, we sat there. It took us a little bit over an hour from the car to get in there and set up. And
we did learn that we won't be accessing it the same way that we did tonight. That we found another way to access it. It's a lot shorter and it's a lot quieter, and we won't be disturbing nearly as much.
The way that we left today is going to be much, much better than the way we went in today. So
there were some spots where we were crawling on our hands and knees.
Yeah, I mean, there was thorns sticking in every freaking part of our body. At some point, we made our way and did it very quietly, and you know, we were expecting to see those bucks at some point, but you know, it is what it is. Deer don't always do what you think they're gonna do. But yeah, we're definitely the new route in is gonna be, I think, gonna make a whole lot of difference in what we see during the day.
I don't know why we didn't think of that before, because if we would have just thought of that before, there's probably a good chance we would have seen them.
Yeah, I mean, those bucks were bedded
like 15 yards off the grown-up field.
Yeah, 15 yards off this grown-up field. I mean, once we bumped those, it was like, yeah, 10, 15 yards, and we were bang right in that grown-up field. But you know, we learned a lesson today about this spot, and we also learned that there is some good bucks in here. Wish we could tell you where it was, but you know, can't have you going in there and hunting them. Once we shoot these deer, we'll show you the video, and we might let you know where it is. But I think this is going to be our buck nest of the year in Maine. So well, stay tuned. We're going to go back to that buck nest next time we get the right wind. And tomorrow is Sunday, so we can't hunt, but we'll be back at it Monday. Thanks for watching.